What's up guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be my May favorites, and this is my second time filming this video actually because somehow the first time my mic wasn't plugged correctly, and so when I was editing there was so much echo, and I did edit halfway because I thought I could kind of get away with it, but then I just decided to start all over again. Long story short, yeah, second time doing this. So a lot of my favorites is going to be beauty related. I do have two fashion items that I want to talk about just because I've been obsessed with them. I'm using a lot of hand gestures today. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just too excited. But other than that, yeah, let's see what else. Oh, this outfit, I did a little blog post on it, so it will be up by now. So the link will be down below if you guys want to check out the dress. It's a really, really pretty dress. And of course the makeup and hair and how I achieved it. But yeah, let's get started with this video, and of course be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. You know the drill. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you won't get notified when I do upload a video, but if you are subscribed, then of course you will get notified and you will hopefully check out the videos. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, first I'm going to talk about the two fashion items I have just because there's only two, and the first one is going to be this gorgeous little bag. I'm obsessed with the size, the color, the structure of it. It's just so adorable, and I have been loving this because it's actually the perfect size for like an everyday bag. I usually just put my wallet in here, which is literally this big. It just holds my cards, and then I also put my cell phone. You can also put a little bit of makeup but not that much, so it's just great for like going out or even just an everyday bag if you don't like carrying too much stuff. I personally don't like carrying too much stuff because it just gets so heavy, you know. So I've just been absolutely loving this guy. I have to show some love to these bad boys because I've been obsessed with them, and I recently saw these in London. When I was over there, I saw them at the airport, and it was a little bit cheaper, but they didn't have my size, and so when I got back home I just was thinking about them so much that I decided to kind of hunt them down and find them. I found them at the Bergdorf in New York, and I just ordered them over the phone, and when I got them I was kind of having a panic attack. I'm like, did I just spend this much money on a pair of flats, like really? And then I was almost gonna return it. Then my husband kind of convinced me to keep it, which I'm so glad he did, because I actually own a pair of espadrilles that I've had for 3 years, and I wore the crap out of them. There's like holes and everything in them, but I just love how comfortable they are, and they just match with so many different things. Long story short, I decided to keep them, and I'm so glad that I did because I have been wearing them a ton. I think they look beautiful with shorts, jeans, a pair of slacks. It's super classy and very comfortable. Moving on to all my beauty products, and the first one's gonna be this lipstick that I have on because you're probably wondering what it is. It is the Smashbox. They came out with 18 creamy lipsticks recently, and this is probably my absolute favorite shade from the collection, and it's called Coffee Run. It is the most perfect chocolate color because it has a red undertone, and so it's very flattering. It's not as brown as a lot of like chocolatey colors can be. This definitely has a really beautiful, rich sort of red undertone in it, and so it just looks so flattering on. So this is my favorite one. My second favorite color from the collection is called Chai, which is more of a lighter color, and I did go over this just once with this just to kind of neutralize it a little bit, but it's more of a nude with a really pretty peach undertone. So these two are my favorites. These lipsticks have vitamin E, C, and shea butter, which means that it's super creamy, super hydrating, and they really do just glide on the lips, which I love. I love a comfortable lipstick, you know. I don't like anything obviously that's drying on the lips, so I've been absolutely loving these. I've teamed up with Smashbox to talk about this product over here, and this is the Smashbox Insta Matte Lipstick Transformer, and you might have seen this going around YouTube because that's kind of how I discovered it, and when they approached me about it, I already knew all about it. This stuff basically mattifies any creamy lipstick that you have. So if you have a creamy lipstick out there that you absolutely love, but you want the flexibility of going matte or creamy, then of course you can just invest in one of these and turn any creamy lipstick, like I said, into a matte finish. So the way it works is you just grab a little bit on your ring finger and then apply it directly on your lips. Now, I personally like using fingers rather than brushes because I tried both, and for some reason your fingers work a lot better because I think it just kind of blends it more seamlessly. And so yeah, it's super easy, very comfortable to wear. You apply it all over your lips, dries to a matte finish without kind of feeling too dry on the lips. It still has that creamy texture because obviously the first initial application is a creamy lipstick, so you still feel that sort of hydrating texture on the lips. So absolutely obsessed with this and super excited to kind of share it with you guys as well. My favorite blush of the month is by Lorac and it is called Spectra. It is so beautiful and I love it because it's like a baby pink that doesn't have shimmer in it, which means I can wear it on the apples of my cheeks. And the reason why I say that is because I do have pores around this area, and so a lot of shimmer doesn't look good. So I stay away from shimmery blushes. I tend to go for matte blushes. So I've just been wearing this a ton this month. The concealer I've been loving this month is this Clé de Peau concealer. You might have seen this in my review. I did a review on this as well as their foundation. I didn't quite love the foundation. I'll link the video down below if you guys missed it, but I did fall in love with the concealer. I think it's one of the best concealers in the market. Of course, it is expensive. They run about $70, I think. So they are definitely expensive, but if you're looking for a really good concealer that gives you a lot of coverage and kind of brightens it at the same time, then I suggest you giving these guys a try. They're really amazing, and so I've been using this non-stop this month. So I recently went to Cannes and I was stuck at the airport for 4 hours before coming home. Don't ask why, long story. If you're on my Snapchat, you guys already know that. But anyways, since I was stuck there for 4 hours, I found a beauty shop and I was just shopping, and this was duty free, so I ended up saving a ton on this. But this is the Dior Airbrush Spray Foundation. I don't know why it took me forever to actually buy this, because I know that I've seen this a lot on YouTube, especially Chloe Morello on YouTube uses this a ton, and I keep I don't know, I kept wanting to buy it, but I guess it took me forever. Long story short, this is probably my absolute favorite foundation at the moment because I have it on today. It looks so beautiful on my skin and it's so easy to use. So it definitely gives you more of an airbrushed finish, and if you have a lot of pores, let me just tell you, it really does cover them very well. So it's their Air Flash foundation, spray foundation. So you can directly spray this on your face, but it's probably not going to work as good as if you use a kabuki brush like this one. This is the It Cosmetics one. I covered it in my must-have brushes. This is an amazing brush. So basically what you want to do is shake it really, really well, because if you don't shake it well, you might not get enough color. And then you want to spray it directly on the brush and then just buff it into the skin, and it just, like I said, buffs it as if you are wearing an airbrush foundation. So one of my favorites, and I know I'm gonna love this for a long time. So when I was stuck at the airport for 4 hours, this is another thing that I picked up. It's the Chanel eyeshadow that has a really unique consistency. It's got like a cream to powder finish, but when you feel it, it just feels so nice. Oh my gosh, it's soft and buttery. And when you start to blend it, the chunky glitters turn into a really beautiful metallic finish. And as you can see, it sparkles like crazy. I have a little bit on today on my lids, and I've been loving this. I did get 2 colors of this. The gold one, however, I don't find it to be that unique. I mean, it's beautiful, but this one is it's number 81, which I think is definitely unique, and you can't really find many eyeshadows like this. My favorite mascara has been by YSL. I've been obsessed with it. They actually came out with colored mascaras this month or last month, and I did a blog post on these. I'll link it below if you guys missed it, but these are amazing as well. But I've just been obsessed with the regular brown mascara that they have. I got the darkest brown that they have. It is so good. It's very volumizing. I have it on today, but I do have false lashes on today too. So, but yeah, I just love how this looks on the lashes. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys this too, because I feel like they have the same kind of finish almost. They're very volumizing, but if you want like a very opaque colored mascara, then they have a ton of different colors you can choose from, or you could just go for their regular mascaras, which I absolutely love. I'm really excited to talk about this one because good highlighters are hard to find, because a lot of them are either frosty or they're too creamy and it just looks almost like greasy on the skin. This is by Lancome and it is a cream to powder finish, so it looks so natural and it gives you a beautiful glow. I have it on today on the high points of my cheeks. I have it on the inner corners of my eyes as well. Again, feels like butter. Oh my gosh, it's almost like the same consistency as the Chanel eyeshadow. Oh my god, it's amazing. So let's see where I can swatch this. I have it on today, like I said, but here's kind of what it looks like from far away. I have two very clumsy, I tell you. Anyway, these are amazing because they feel like butter, and they do come in a couple of different shades. This one is number 5, which I think is great for a medium skin tone, medium to dark skin tone. And then if you're lighter, then I would go with number 1, which is a beautiful color, but it's a lot lighter than this. So this is just a beautiful kind of true gold, I would say, like a champagne-y gold actually. So pretty. Yeah, and it's called Buff Light number 5. I just love the consistency and the way that it just makes the skin glow. So if you're on the go or you'd like to travel a lot, you're gonna love this. I have used this in a video before, so you guys may be familiar with it, but this is the Boy Brow by Glossier. So it's basically something that you can set your brows with because it has a really tiny little brush, so it gets in the corners really well. But it's also great because it has color in it, so it's tinted brow setting, whatever you want to call it. So it's like everything in one. So if you want to fill in your brows, set it at the same time, all you need is this guy. Now if you want to obviously give it a shape, then you have to go into like an angled brush and do the whole thing. But if you're on the go and you just kind of want to color your brows and also set it in place so that it doesn't move throughout the day, I highly recommend trying this because it's one of the best ones out there. There are obviously other brands who make it. I've tried a lot of them. This is my favorite one in terms of color and you know, the fact that it just lasts a while. My favorite nail color collection this month has been by Deborah Lipman. She has really opaque nail colors, and I just love this whole collection. It's her spring collection. It's got really beautiful pastel colors, and I love all of them, to be honest. Maybe my absolute favorite color is this blue one, which is called My Boy. It is so beautiful. This one's really pretty too. The pink one over here, it's called Candy Girl. They're both really pretty, but this whole set is just so nice, and I just love that it lasts a very long time and it's really opaque. So I forgot to mention that I do have a couple of products that I didn't love this month, and the first one is this thing over here. It looks really gross, and let me tell you, I wish I never tried it. So this is by JUlep, and it basically was a sponge that had the soap in it already, so it was like somehow in there, and when I opened the product, it was already wet, and I was like, this is really cool, it's very different. So it's meant to use, you know, it's meant to use it in the shower for your body. It's a body wash infused. It's a body wash infused sponge. I don't know why I'm having a hard time talking about this, but anyways, so I tried this, and the second day I noticed red, like acne almost, all over my body. I wish I could insert a photo, but it's kind of like, it was all over my butt and my legs, and I don't think that's pretty flattering to upload. Anyways, so I freaked out, and I still have the marks, which I'm really pissed about. It's like still there. But anyways, I went to my dermatologist, and she's like, what did you use differently? And I'm like, the only thing I did differently is use this. And she's like, okay, you probably got an infection from it because you have an infection. And I was livid, like I can't believe it. So it was obviously not open. I opened it myself, but I think the fact that it was already infused with product and it was wet, maybe like bacteria got in it. I don't know if anyone else experienced this, but it was really bad. And the fact that I still have the marks all over my legs is really annoying because I don't know if they're ever gonna go away, you know? So I just had to talk about it in case you guys, you know, wanted to try it. I probably wouldn't. Unless of course you've tried it and you liked it. I don't know, let me know in the comments below, but I just had a really bad experience with it, so I know I'm passionate about it, and I don't mean to talk shit about the brand because obviously JUlep makes amazing products, especially their nail colors I love. It's just that this particular one did me wrong, you know? Next, I have to talk about this because it was just such a disappointment. I fell in love with the packaging. This is the MAC and Zac Posen collaboration, and I picked up a few products. I did a MAC haul, and I'll link it below. I've been linking a lot of videos below, but if you guys want to watch it, this was one of the things that I picked up because it looked so beautiful. The fact that it's got a really big mirror, it's handy. You can, you know, take it with you anywhere you go. It's beautiful packaging. It's a setting powder. No big deal, right? But I just found it to be so chalky, and I used it 5 times because I really wanted this to work, because I'd rather carry this with me when I go out rather than like something not as pretty, you know? So very chalky. It just didn't work for my skin. Maybe it works for other people. If you love it, you know, if you use it a certain way, let me know in the comments below. It just didn't quite work for me. You know, it just felt a little chalky. My favorite setting powder, with that said, is the Laura Mercier one, by the way. It's just so soft and buttery. Maybe I'm just so used to that kind of a finish that this just felt chalky for me, but I don't know, I just didn't love it. But that's it for my favorites and disappointments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't. And other than that, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye!